Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd opens up with that incredible guitar solo. The problem is, I've heard so many guitarists tell me, I don't play that solo, or worse, I can't play that solo. Here's why I think they say that, because of the bends. Some of the bends in the solo are easy, like this one. That's just a little half step bend, so I only have to bend up to the note next door. But there are other bends like this one. Oh, nightmare. You have to bend the third string on the fourth fret up a whole step to get that. I think that's why a lot of guitar players avoid this solo, or they just can't play it. What I'm going to show you today is a version with no bends. So it's way easier, and I know you're going to be successful if you follow today's lesson. Let's deal with one issue before we get into this, and that is the purists. They are going to say that I'm not playing the right version of the song, and they may even call you out for learning it this way. But here's the thing. Number one, David Gilmour has fingers the size of a linebacker's quadriceps. So of course he can do full step bends on the third string, fourth fret. But the second thing is, there is live footage of him playing this solo using slides instead of bends. So even he avoids bending sometimes. Let's take a look. He avoids the big bends on the third string, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're actually going to avoid all bending, because this lesson is intended either for beginners or people that just don't really like bending on an acoustic guitar. Let me demonstrate how the solo sounds with no bends. To start the solo, we're going to be on the G string, second fret, and we're going to slide up to the fourth fret. After that, we're going to play the third fret of the B string. So let's put those two together. And it's great if you can get them to ring together. For the next part, we're going to hang out on the fourth fret of the G string, and we're going to play fourth fret, and then the fifth fret of the B string, and then the fourth fret again, third fret of the B string. So let's listen to that. And for that part, I like to use outside picking. So on the G, I am playing a downstroke, and then on the B string, I'm playing an upstroke. So I'm picking the outsides of those strings. Down, up, down, up. Let's put those two ideas together. We've got the slide into the third fret note, and then outside picking, down, up, down, up. The next part is also going to start on the G string. We're going to reposition, and we're going to prepare our fingers on the fourth fret and the second fret. I'm going to pick one time, and I'm going to pull off to the second fret, and then pull off to open. And it's going to happen kind of fast. After you do that, you're going to hit an open D note. So we're going to do our two pull-offs. Next, we're going to go to the A string, and we're going to grab the first fret note. This is going to go by pretty quickly, because almost immediately we're going to slide into the second fret. So we're going to go, and then two open D notes. It's going to sound like this. So let's put that together with our pull-off. let's back up, let's be methodical about this, and start at the very beginning. So we've got our slide into the 3rd fret, down, up, pull off, quick A string note into D. Once more. Next, we're going to play something called double stops. So that's basically when you play 2 strings at the same time. So we're going to grab the 3rd fret of the B and high E strings. This is a lot like when you're doing a G chord, but we're just going to get these 2 notes here. We're going to pick that and we're going to slide up to the 5th fret. After that, we're going to go back to the 3rd fret and we're going to pick those 2 notes again. So it's going to sound like this. That can be pretty tricky, so if you're having trouble with it, I would definitely give that some extra attention. Now, after you do that, we're going to do double stops on the G and the B string, and we're going to grab 2 and 3 respectively. And we're going to do pretty much the same idea. Pick it and slide up, and then go back and pick again. So let's hear those ideas together. Next, we're going to hit the G and B strings open. And this is one of the trickier parts of the song, but we're going to return to that slide idea. So after we hit these 2 open strings, we're going to grab 2 and 3 and pick it, slide up to 4 and 5. We're going to return to 2 and 3, and then we're going to pick open, and we're going to finish that idea on the D and G strings, 5th fret, 4th fret. So let's take a good look at this part. We're going to go open, slide up, return, open again, and then 5 and 4. This is maybe one of the harder parts of the solo, so it's worth spending a little extra time on. So we've got this first slide up idea, slide up again, open, slide, you do have the option to do a pull-off here before you go to that 5 and 4 idea. So experiment with that and see if you like it. Okay, moving on, and this is where we're going to take advantage of our slides to replace the bends. So the next part of the solo is just like the beginning. So we slide up on the G string to 4th fret. We're going to hit the 3rd fret B string, go back to 4th fret, and then 5th fret B string. Now here's where a bend happens, but we're going to skip that. So what you want to do is take your ring finger and move up to the 6th fret. From the 6th fret, you're going to slide down to the 5th fret, and then you're going to pull off to the 3rd fret. So it's going to sound like this. It's a slide and a pull off. It's a great technique to get good at, so it's actually got a use beyond this solo. Now after you hit that, we're going to go 4th fret on the G string again, and we're going to return to 3rd fret on the B string. So it's going to sound like this. Let's combine that with our first idea. Next, we're going to jump to the 2nd fret of the G string. So we've got... Now here, I like to make this a little bit country. So I'm gonna go pinky finger on the 5th fret, and I'm gonna slide up to the 6th fret. We're on the G string, by the way. And then I've got 3 and 5 on the B string. So we've got the slide and pull off idea. We hit 2 on the G string. And that's where we got that kind of country sounding slide. 5 to 6 on the G, 3, 5 on the B string. Now once you hit that, you're gonna go back to G, and you're gonna go 4th fret, and you're gonna slide up to the 6th fret. And you hear how I kind of cut that note off? I sort of choke it. So I go 4, 6, and I stop it, and then I land on 2. So we've got the country slide, 3, 5, 4, 6, choke to the 2nd fret of the G. Almost there. For the final section, we're gonna start the exact same way. We've got the 2nd fret sliding up to the 4th fret on the G string. And we've kind of got that interplay again between the 4th fret on the G and 3 and 5 on the B string. You're probably getting used to that by now. All right, and for the final idea, we're gonna slide up to 7 on the B string. We're gonna pick 7 and slide back quickly to 5. Okay, so let's look at that again. Pick and slide really quickly. After that slide down to 5, you're gonna pull off to 3. So watch this. We're gonna go slide up, slide down quickly, and pull off to 3. Finish with the 5th fret picked. So slide up, slide down, pull off, pick. Once more. After that, you're going to hit the 2nd fret note again. The full idea. And let's back up to sort of that entrance into it. Okay, and then the final little statement of the solo is all on the G string. We're going to be 4th fret. And we're going to slide up to 6, and we're going to slide right back down to 4. So I actually pick it once, and I slide twice. You know, up, down. And we're going to end on the 2nd fret note. He really sits on that 2nd fret note quite a bit on this latter half of the solo. Now I'm going to play the whole solo really slow in case you're trying to follow along and you want a practice track. 1, 2, 3. So there it is, the Wish You Were Here guitar solo with no bends, pain-free, struggle-free. I hope that makes it more accessible to you. If you know anyone who wants to learn this solo and they say they can't do it or they try to avoid it because of those ghastly bends, send them this video. If you enjoyed the lesson, give me a like, subscribe to the channel. There's a lot more content coming, and I'll see you in the next video.